You pour your heart into creating a piece of content, spend hours editing, maybe you even skip meals or sleep. Then you finally hit upload, just hoping that this might be the one. And then you get 10 views, and one of them is your mom. If you're a content creator, you have probably had a day like this, or maybe you had months like this. When the content isn't flowing, the numbers aren't growing, and your brain keeps whispering, maybe I'm just not good enough. And I get it. I am in the same place right now, and that's why this video exists. If you're feeling like quitting, if you are tired, burnt out, and maybe even a little bitter, I want you to know two things. First, that you are not alone. And second, you might not need to quit. You might just need to hear the truth. So here are 9 brutally honest truths that I wish someone had told me every time I wanted to quit and walk away from content creation. Motivation is a liar. It shows up when you are watching a movie, reading a book, or hear an influential man or a woman yelling at you to hustle harder. But sooner or later, it goes away. You wake up tired. You don't feel like creating anything. You tell yourself, I'll do it later. And then later never comes. What I mean to say is that motivation is not reliable. It comes and goes whenever it wants. And if your creative process depends on it, you'll quit every single time. What you actually need is a routine. A boring, repeatable routine that doesn't care whether you feel inspired or not. Every morning between 9 and 11, I write. No matter what, even if I write garbage, even if it's just me sitting and staring at the screen. And guess what? Most of the time, once I got started, I get into the flow. The motivation comes after I start, not before. Discipline creates motion, and motion creates motivation, not the other way around. So don't wait to feel ready. Just start, even a little bit. Start small, like editing for 10 minutes or writing down just one idea. Show up every day. Make it a habit. Because when you build a habit, you don't need motivation anymore. Nobody owes you anything. Not views, not likes, not shares, not even a comment. I know it's hard. You spend hours creating something. You put your heart and soul into it. And when nothing happens, it feels like you failed. But here's the truth. The internet is a busy place. More than 20 million videos are uploaded to YouTube every single day. So if your video didn't blow up, it's not because it's bad. It's probably just buried under a mountain of other content. So instead of getting upset about what you didn't get, focus on what you can control. You can't control how many people click, but you can control how often you show up. You can control how much you improve. You can control how much you enjoy the process. Every video you make is making you better, even if only 10 people watch it. So create because you love the process, not because you are chasing numbers. And slowly, the people who do love your work will find you. You don't have to be the best editor or the most confident speaker or the most creative person in the world. But if you keep showing up, even when it feels hard, you are already ahead of most people. I have seen so many creators who are amazing at what they did, but they disappeared after a few videos. Why? Because they waited for things to be perfect, or they got discouraged when their first few videos didn't go viral, or they simply gave up too soon. Meanwhile, the people who kept showing up again and again got better. Their editing improved, their talking improved, their storytelling improved, and eventually their audience grew too. When I started, my first few videos were, let's be honest, not great at all. The lighting was bad, audio was weird, and my editing was all over the place. But I kept going, one video at a time, week after week. Consistency is like exercise. You don't get fit by doing 100 push-ups once. You get fit by doing 10 push-ups every day. A lot of people, especially content creators, brag about waking up at 5 a.m. editing all night, saying things like, I haven't slept in 3 days, but I'm still working. And we think that's what success looks like. But let me tell you something real. That's not healthy. That's not cool. And that is definitely not the goal. Yes, hard work is important, but rest is also important. There was a time when I used to work late into the night. I thought if I didn't suffer, I wasn't working hard enough. But I burned out. My creativity disappeared and I didn't even enjoy editing anymore. That's when I realized you don't have to destroy yourself to prove you are serious. You can still grow without working 24/7. In fact, taking a break sometimes helps you come back stronger. Your brain is like a phone. If you don't charge it, it shuts down. So here's your reminder. It's okay to rest. It's okay to sleep. It's okay to take weekends off. You're not lazy, you are just human. It feels really good when a video gets thousands of views, when people leave nice and positive comments, when the likes go up, when the subscriber count grows. It feels like you are finally doing something. But what happens when a video doesn't do well? You start to feel the opposite, and this is where many creators mess up. We start to believe that our value depends on numbers, that the likes and views decide if we matter or not. But here's the brutal truth: your self worth has nothing to do with your stats. You are not your numbers. You are not just a view count. You are not just a like or a subscribe button. You are a person, a creator, someone who tried, someone who made something from nothing, and that already makes you special. Yes, numbers can help you grow, but they should never control how you feel about yourself. When you work for weeks or months and not see any big results, that's when you feel like you are not making any progress. But progress doesn't always look exciting. Sometimes progress is quiet. It's invisible, but it's happening. You just can't see it yet. When you plant a seed, nothing happens at first. You water it, give it sunlight, and for days, maybe even weeks, it looks like nothing is growing. But deep under the soil, roots are forming. The plant is getting ready, and one day it breaks through. That's exactly how creative growth works. You are building skills. You are getting faster. You are making better decisions, and you are learning from every single project, even if no one sees it yet. So don't give up just because your progress isn't visible. Just keep going. Success will find you, but only if you stay long enough to see it. Sometimes you'll hate your own work, and when that happens, it's easy to feel like you are failing, but that's actually a sign that you are growing. Let me explain. When I first started making videos for this channel, I loved everything I made. But after a few months, I began to see my mistakes. At first, I thought my work was getting worse. But no, it was getting better. Because now I had better taste. I had higher standards. I could see the problems I didn't notice before. And that only happens when your skills level up. So if you ever feel like your work is not good enough, do not quit. That's just your brain telling you that you are improving. Hating your work is normal and healthy. It means you care. It means you want to do better. It means you are moving forward. Here's another brutal truth many creators are afraid to hear. It's okay to change. You don't have to do the same type of content forever. You don't have to stick to one style or one topic. Reinvention is not giving up, it's growing up. Even the biggest creators change. They try new ideas, they update their style, they experiment. That's how they stay creative. That's how they stay happy. So if you feel like trying something different, just go for it. Don't stay stuck just because it's what you have always done. Let me end with something really important. You are allowed to take a break, and no, you don't need to explain it to anyone. Not your followers, not your friends, not even yourself. Sometimes your mind just needs rest. Sometimes your body is tired. Sometimes you just need a break from thinking, planning, creating, or posting. And that's okay. You are not a machine. You are not lazy. You are just a human. So take a day off. Take a week off. Take a month off if you need to. The people who truly care about your work will still be here when you return, and you will come back with more energy, better ideas, and a clearer mind. Look, I know how it feels to be tired of it all, to feel invisible, to wonder if any of this is worth it. But let me tell you this, if you are still here, watching till the end, it means something inside you still cares. So don't quit just yet. Slow down, but don't stop creating, because whatever you are building, it matters. Even when it doesn't go viral, even when nobody claps, even when you feel like giving up. With that said, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.